This is the MLB pregame show, and I'm Matt Vasgersian, and as we draw nearer to the first pitch of Game 1 in the series, we'll give you the latest installment of our Topps Player Spotlight. Buddy Dick is our subject, and not only was he an all-star during the midseason break, but he also shined the brightest out of all the great players in the game as he won the All-Star Game's MVP award.
You know, that's one of those honors, Matt, that's just really cool to get. Like you said, it means that you can dominate against the best of the best in the major leagues. Also, remember this, he's a big reason why his league's representative in the World Series will now have home field advantage this year.
All right, pregame festivities are wrapping up. It's time for baseball, and we'll have it for you next. MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball brings us to the great state of Florida and Marlins Park in Miami. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the Chicago Cubs and the Miami Marlins. It's Marlins baseball, and it's next on the show. And now here's a look at Joe Maddon's lineup for the visiting Chicago Cubs. Buddy Dick will stride in now, back in the lineup after being limited to pinch hit duties in yesterday's ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. High and deep to right center. Mosley racing back, and this one is gone, a home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center, so he just can... Digging in to try it again, Buddy Dick. He hit a 2-run jack in his first at-bat.
Well, I think he proved that he can turn on a pretty good fastball and hit it out of the ballpark, so you need a different approach in this at-bat.
Now gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And that is where the wheels pay off as he's able to make it into second with a hustle double.
Well, when you're hot, you're hot. There's no denying he's been swinging one of the hottest bats on the club, if not the entire league, and he comes through again with his second hit of the ball game. This one for 2 bases.
Runner's on his way to third, and a breaking ball runs in and gets him, and I doubt there was any intent behind that.
One thing's for sure, you've got to make sure this guy's healthy for October. Luckily, he looks like he's going to be okay after that one.
Coming to the plate now, Dave Jones, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities.
And both runners are safe. The double steal executed perfectly.
A better throw here might have gotten him at third, but you see it's high, and he's able to get into third on the front end of a double steal.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Well, that pitch is so low and such an easy take that you basically waste that opportunity you had on 2-2.
Taken high and deep to right. Mosley ranging back. Gone. A fence scraper, but still good for 3 runs. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. 12 home runs for him now thus far, and it's now 7-4.
Yeah, and this is just a...
Buddy Dick strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Launched to right field and deep. Mosley racing back. Gone! A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second home run of the game, and it's now an 8-6 ball game.
So whatever these guys are put...
Buddy Dick will stand in again as he looks for home run number 3 in the ball game as we flash you back here to his second home run. This was back in the 5th inning as he has the long ball working in his first few at-bats. So this will be taken in at second base. Good positioning. A handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys. But what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he connected on a couple of long home runs. Really put his guys on his back and carried them to the victory.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB. And welcome back to the MLB pregame show as we prepare you for game. From the newest ballpark on the Major League landscape, there's a look inside Marlins Park in Miami. Buddy Dick will stand in. He, too, had 3 hits in the win last night.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Nunez moving to his left. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he'll make it up to third safely here with 1 away. Time now for a glance at the Marlins lineup. Buddy Dick digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
Hit hard towards center, and that'll get down for a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch, and it's early trouble here this half of the inning.
Yeah, more trouble here to start the 3rd inning, and trouble's been his middle name so far. You see the line. That's through just 2 innings of work now. And the way things are going, he may not be sticking around a whole lot longer.
He's running towards second. Left field and deep. Benoit looks up. Gone! It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 34 home runs now on the year as they open it up to 6-2 now.
One of the keys for him getting the victory in his last start,
Buddy Dick is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he's in there safely. He's got a double. So quickly into scoring position here following the opposite field double. And as you take a look there at the team leaderboard, you can see he tops all Miami Marlins in that department.
Yeah, they've been counting on him to deliver extra base hits all season long. He's done it again here.
And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out. Striding into the box, Damian Covington. He drew a walk his first time up. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Now the double steal is on here. Not in time as he just sneaks in there, and it's a double steal.
Well, if you think about it, this is the perfect time to call for this. You know, your pitcher out there is having a hard time throwing strikes. He's not going to be as focused as he should be on the base runners, and they take advantage. That's a great call from the dugout.
Oh, and this fastball is belted to deep left center field. Does he have enough to get out of here? Yes, a home run. So a 3-run shot to left center. 6th home run on the season for him, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this?
Buddy Dick gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Nunez has a read on it, and that's the first out of the inning. Digging in the switch hitter, Buddy Dick, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. First pitch of the at-bat. well hit out to straightaway center. Nunez going back on it. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Always a party in Miami Beach, not too far from us here at Marlins Park, set to begin the 9th inning in this one. And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, and I think we probably could have given this award to 3 or 4 different people, but you definitely can't overlook his contribution. He really played a great ball game.
So that just about does it. Back live now on the MLB pregame show. Just a few. First opened back in 2012. A look inside the Mammoth Marlins Park in Miami. Tonight it's game 3 of this 4-game set between the Chicago. Buddy Dick will get his first shot here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago.
Well, you look at the average on the season, guys, and he's not sneaking up on anybody. Pretty amazing numbers for him right there. So yesterday's performance, obviously no fluke.
High fly ball out to deep right field. Acevedo ranging back. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right. So stepping in, number 17, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that is down for extra bases, as this will get 1 home and maybe 2. In to score the runner from third. And the runner from first comes around to score. And he is in at third with a 2-run triple.
Well, this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole out there on the mound. This is all his own fault. And both of those runners are going to come around to score on what works out to be a 2-run triple.
Mitchell Johnston digs in now with 2 already home and a potential third waiting in the wings only 90 feet away.
Well, runs often come in bunches, Matty, and we're going to have to see if that's the case right here. They've got a chance at a big inning.
3 balls.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Boy, not close again. His 3rd walk of the inning as that misses for ball 4.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Dave Jones in now, hopped out in his first trip. That's on the corner to put him behind now, 1-2.
Now with runners at the corners, up by 1 with 1 away, some managers, they will at least consider the possibility of a hit and run here.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Tried to shoot the corner, and he missed it. 2-2. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, you won't come within a foot of it.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. Around third and being waved on home. And not in time as the second run scores.
And for you folks watching at home, might not be a...
Buddy Dick strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. First pitch on its way. That's lifted the other way out to left. Haight will settle under it to make the play for the first out as the runner will have to head back to first. Offense apparently not hard to... Buddy Dick will come up now in yet another big RBI opportunity.
And he's got 4 already, and he's got a chance to make this a game to remember.
And ball 4 now as he'll take first on the intentional walk.
Yeah, they decide they don't even want to mess around with this guy. With his track record, it's hard to say you blame him. Let somebody else feature.
And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up. To the hole left side, and it's through, a base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And he will beat the throw, safe at home plate, and it's now a 3-run lead at 7-4.
Got a fastball to his liking. It was middle in, so he was able to turn on it and pull it right through the hole to pick up the RBI.
Dave Jones gets a shot now with 2 men on and 2 away here in inning number 7.
And we'll see here if he can come through. It can be discouraging to see opportunities like this late in a ball game go untapped.
Here's a little chopper up the middle. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. That makes it an 8-4 ball game.
Yeah, tough break there defensively with 2 away. Gets the ground ball he needed to get out of the inning, but this ball just wound up.
And a good offensive performance here, but I think we can agree on naming this fellow right here as our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was definitely a big part of this victory. You see there, 4 RBIs for him in the ball game. He came through when they needed him to, and he was instrumental in the win.
So that's a wrap here tonight. Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, you've been watching MLB The Show. For more, Matt Vasgersian back now on the MLB pregame show. And as we draw closer to first pitch here in the finale of this 4-game set, we present the Topps Player Spotlight. MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball brings us to the great state of Florida, and Marlins Buddy Dick gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame. Sliced hard down the left field line, and that'll get down for what should be extra bases. And he is in the scoring position at second with their first hit, a 2-out double.
Well, pretty fortunate he was able to keep this ball fair. This is pretty close down the line. You see it winding up, one-hopping the wall down there, and that allows him to cruise into second with 2 bases.
Mitchell Johnston will stand in, hoping to make a late-season push here toward moving to the top of the RBI leaderboard. Who thought he had ball 4, but instead it's strike 2. EK, 1-year-old ball clubs, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They enter this one off a loss after winning 5 of 7 prior to that. That's in there, base hit. Oh, and he ignores the third base coach and heads for home. And he will be tagged out at the plate. So it remains a 1-run deficit here as the side is... Now at the plate, Buddy Dick, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Yeah, he's got great numbers right here, hitting over 350 against righties where he just rakes.
This is line to left. Haight is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
You know, this is an easy ball to misjudge, especially off a left-hander's bat because of the spin. But he stays right with this play, and he makes a...
Buddy Dick gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. He's around first on his way to second now, and he's not stopping. He wants 3. The tag, and he is called out trying to stretch 2 bases into 3.
Yeah, I guess it's easy to say in hindsight, but to me, this is just way too big.
Buddy Dick ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Oh, and there's a drive to deep left center. You can pretty much forget about this one. This is way out of here. So a solo shot here to left center field. So he just continues to club the baseball at an alarming rate. As they get on the scoreboard here, it's 5-1.
This guy's got to be at the point where he's...
So a good offensive showing for these guys, but if we had to pick one player that stood out, that's our man right there. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he was a thorn in their side all game long. You'll see there, he winds up with a 3-hit ball game.